Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am AmalgamAsh, and this is the next episode in my Cemetery Mary playthrough series. When we last left Mary, she was leaving the cemetery. What an intro. And everything was going fine. That is, until I walked out the gates and saw him there, waiting for me. Who is it, Croven? Yep. Croven? I didn't know you were coming here today. Mary. What was that? Huh? Who were you talking to in there? Oh, that's Twyla. She's my friend, I think. Oh, in this playthrough, Croven doesn't know that Twyla and Mary are friends. He's about to go off on her. I know who Twyla is. Oh, really? I didn't know you knew her. You two don't really seem like the type to hang out together, but... This is who you've been hanging out with so much? Huh? Yeah. Why? Twyla is a fucking madman. Stay away from her. Huh? I don't want to get into it, but that girl is the reason that the fucking devil hides in hell. Don't hang out with her anymore. I mean, we're not really hanging out. We're actually trying to find out. I don't give a shit what you're doing. I want you to stay the fuck away from her. Wait, can you please listen? Well, you're clearly not listening to me. Aren't we supposed to be friends? Haven't we always known each other? And yet you don't want to trust me on this? I know her better than you, Mars. So stay the fuck away from her. Or stay the fuck away from me. This profanity-laced warning is the same as the one we got in Croven's playthrough. He does not like Twyla, and we don't know why yet. The other playthroughs did not explain why. Croven angrily stormed off after that. I felt so conflicted. Croven never used to get mad at me like that. I know Croven doesn't like her for whatever reason, but I know Twyla isn't a bad person. She may do some devious things, but I know she's doing them for good reasons. She has to care about people, putting her life on the line to try and stop a potential killer. She may not be the nicest in personality, but she's good in heart. Right? The rest of my day after that was uninteresting, but Croven didn't talk to me the rest of the night when I got home. Maybe that was for the best. Besides, I could always rely on someone else to talk to me at night. And then he stomped away. I see. I'm sorry you were faced with that. It's whatever, I guess. He's always in a bad mood lately, so I try not to take it too personally. Do not. I don't. Just wondering, but if you were in my shoes, do you think I should trust him on it? I can't answer that for you. They're your friends, not mine. How do you feel towards them? I want to believe Twyla is a good person. I think that this will elicit a slightly more interesting response from him, perhaps. Well, the girl I'm friends with, I'll admit that I don't think she's that nice. She doesn't even seem to try to be. But the stuff she does is for a good cause. And she tries very hard to make everything okay for everyone. Even if my male friend doesn't like her, that doesn't mean that I have to see the worst in her. And I'm sure in the end, she thinks of me as a friend too, even if she doesn't express it the best. I think that's very mature of you. I hope everything works out between you and your friends. Thanks, I think. Good night, Mary. I had a pretty decent sleep despite everything that was bugging me. Before I even got out of bed for the day, my phone started buzzing with text messages. It was Twyla. Mary, are you there? I need you for something. If I'm thinking correctly, you'd be able to help me with this very well. I'm not sure what I should do. I want to help Twyla, but Croven was really mad yesterday to see me with her. If I don't help, she might be missing out on evidence because of me. But if I go with her and Croven finds us together again, it could result in him feeling even worse. I don't want him to be upset with me again. But I don't want Twyla to get upset with me either. What should I do? Of course we're going to go with Twyla. This is the Twyla route. I decided to respond to Twyla, telling her I could make it. Good. I assume you're going to tell me to meet you by the cemetery again, so I'll see you there at 12. Don't be late. Not wanting to be late, but not wanting Croven to possibly ask where I was going, I quietly got changed and slipped out the front door. I nervously waited for the bus, hoping I wouldn't see him until later tonight. I hopped off the bus and started to make my way towards the cemetery. I was really hungry. I probably should have picked something back at the house, but I guess I was too scared of possibly running into Croven there and having to explain where I was going in such a hurry. Twyla met me at our designated time and place, and I asked where we would be going today. The hardware store. The hardware store? Again? Didn't we already check most of them? Yes, but someone I talked to actually provided me with some important information the other day. I've heard that our main suspect visits this specific one at least once every 2 weeks. So if that's true, it seems like today will be the day he shows up. So, are we just going to wait there until he does? We might have to. But what if he doesn't? Are you doubting me? Well, no, but good. Then let's go before we miss him. I headed back down to the hardware store with her. Though I wasn't sure what her plan was. Even if we do catch him buying something, is that really proof he's the culprit? We arrived at the hardware store, except for the few employees here. It was pretty much empty. On Twyla's instruction, we waited for Reginald to stop in. What's the matter, Mary? I also really like that picture of Twyla. It's really cool looking. But as long as we waited there, we didn't see him. We looked around the store several times, but still nothing. Though I lost Twyla a few times, so a part of me wondered if she was just trying to keep me busy. But that doesn't make sense, because if she really wanted to sneak around, then she wouldn't have invited me in the first place. So, why did she invite me? I was considering asking Twyla if we should leave. I think that she wants Reggie to run into Mary and talk to her. I think she's going to start exploiting Reginald's feelings for Mary, or at least what she suspects to be Reginald's feelings for Mary. I had Reginald's phone number. I had considered asking Twyla if I should text him, but that would be suspicious if I did, wouldn't it? Hey, are you going to the hardware store today? Why? Oh, no reason. How did I know? Haha, I didn't. Yeah, that would probably be way too suspicious. And I wouldn't want to ruin Twyla's plan or anything. Whatever it may be. We sat near the front of the store, waiting for anybody to step in. We were quiet, as Twyla was busy texting somebody. I don't know who, but I guess it was important as she responded to them for a long time. And she kinda ignored me as she continued to text them. The sound of her fingers against the screen was rapid, so it had to be important somehow. I imagine she is a rapid texter. So I just let her text, trying to think of something we could do until he got here. If he even got here. I considered getting up and making another round around the hardware store when... Huh? There he is. Out from one of the aisles, Reginald walked by, pushing a cart in front of him. But how? When? We never saw him enter the store, or saw him the entire time we were walking around. Could he have been here and we just missed him? But his cart had more than a few items in it, so he had to have been here at least a while looking for it all, right? However it happened, we finally managed to spot him, and he spotted us as well. He gave us a smile and a wave as he walked past us to the checkout counter. He raised a finger to us and gestured, as if to say, just a minute, as all his stuff got packed into plastic bags. I turned to Twyla to gauge her reaction, but I couldn't read anything past her usual poker face. She was just staring intently at him, as if analyzing him. I wish I knew what she was thinking. Then she began to walk away from me. I didn't understand why, and almost followed her until I noticed Reginald walking towards me, wearing a smile on his face and bags in his hands. Yep. Hello, Mary. I didn't expect to see someone like you here. Out again with Twyla today? Oh, yeah. We were just here, looking for antifreeze. We're buying a bird. We're building a birdhouse. A few, actually. I thought it would be nice for the birds and all. Birdhouses. Really? Even though the birds will be migrating soon? Well, yeah, but that just gives us time to build even more. And we can paint them all cute, too. Well, you've got me there. In that case, I'm excited to see what you make. So what brings you here today? Me? Oh, nothing important. Just picking up some stuff I need for the apartment, that's all. Even with how much rent I pay, I still have to take care of everything myself. Sorry. That sounds troublesome. Why are you apologizing? It isn't your fault. Well, yes, but still. Well, I ought to be going now, I suppose. My errands aren't going to take care of themselves. But say, next time you need to come here, reach out to me, won't you? I'd love to tag along, and I think I'd be able to help you a bit, too. I'll remember that. After that, Reginald left out the door, waving goodbye. Twyla walked back over to me after having been watching from the sidelines the whole time. Twy... what was the point of that? You didn't even talk to him, and he walked right out the door. Yeah, but did you see what he bought just now? Oh no, should I have? Within his purchases, I saw him buy antifreeze. Not with the kind of gallon we were looking for, but he did buy it. On top of that, he's bought rat poison, insecticide, and rope. Well, that stuff doesn't inherently mean he's using it for anything bad. Are you going to report that, though? No. You're going to pursue him. Before he gets far enough, I want you to go out there and ask to help him. What? Isn't he our main suspect? Don't you think he's dangerous? And do you want me to go with him? For whatever bizarre reason, he seems to have a liking to you, right? So you can probably get a lot out of him. Twyla, I don't know about this. Why not? You're the one who said he's not inherently doing bad things anyways, right? So you should have no reason to be scared. Besides, I have to take care of something else anyways. But I'll have my phone on me the whole time. So hurry, go out there and catch up to him. And text me any updates. If things start going really bad, you can just call for help. I should have known. Known what? That you'd rather chicken out and let more people die. Should I even be surprised, though? Of course you'd want that to happen. They fill up those precious cemeteries you love so much. Maybe that's why you keep hindering my progress. To add to your sick collection, I ran out the door as fast as I could. Even though I didn't say anything. I think Twyla could tell I was going after Reginald like she wanted me to. To my surprise, he actually wasn't that far down the street. I was surprised to see him on the street at all, actually. I guess he was taking the bus like I do? Or maybe his car was just parked far? Whatever the reason, it worked out well for me as I was able to skip up to him pretty quickly. Oh, that's adorable. Reginald, wait a moment. I'm sorry. Is everything alright? Well, you see, back there, Twyla mentioned to me, you were, buying rat poison? Oh, yes. It's a bit embarrassing to admit, but my apartment has been having a bit of a rat problem lately. My landlady won't do anything about it, so it's up to me, I suppose. She doesn't even answer her door anymore. Can you believe that? She doesn't even answer her door anymore. So I guess I ought to take care of it before my neighbors start having rodent problems too. Well, I don't think you should kill them. They probably just didn't have anywhere to go. It's not fair to them. I'm sorry. But I really don't think there's much I can do at this point. Well, I'm actually pretty good with animals. Especially small ones. Is that so? Yeah, so maybe I can come over? And I'll try to help you with them so you won't have to kill them. I don't know. I appreciate your concern, but are you sure that's something you want to do? Yes, absolutely. Well, alright, if it means that much to you. When would you like to come over? Oh, I was thinking like, right now? Oh, that's so last minute. You're not even giving me time to straighten things out. I can't possibly have you over right now. I'd just die of embarrassment. Or you might die of fright. Please. The problem will be over sooner if you let me come now. Well, alright. You drive a hard bargain. My car is just around this corner and the drive shouldn't be too long. Oh, good. Hopefully I can help at least a little bit. Like Reginald said, we got to his car around the corner. Once I was buckled inside, I messaged Twyla. I'm in his car. We're heading to his apartment. Perfect. Make sure to snoop around while you're there. I don't know. I said I was going to help with a rat problem. So, even more of an excuse to be snooping around. You have to look for that rat, right? I guess so. Text me when you get there. Make sure you talk to him on the ride over. If you spend all your time texting me, he may think you're up to something. Right. I put my phone down and took a deep breath. Everything about this felt uncomfortable. Going to Reginald's just to spy through his things. That's not right. But if he really is dangerous, maybe that makes it okay. But if he isn't, then... And if he is dangerous, then I have to be extra careful. I don't know what he could do. I mean, I don't know him that well. And here I am heading to his house. I'll just be on my toes. So have you worked with rodents before? Kinda. I know a lot of people are scared by them, but they don't bother me any. Reginald and I spoke as he drove. I actually had a pet tarantula when I was younger. Surprise, surprise. I know it's not exactly the same, but it's an unconventional pet, I guess. Fascinating. I've never been much of an animal person myself, but who knows? Maybe that would change if I got a pet. Unfortunately, my apartment doesn't allow them. A shame, too. A cat would be most handy in this situation. I suppose so. I guess I'll be your cat stand-in. Seems so. How do you plan to catch it, if I may ask? Oh, I'll get a feel for your apartment first, then I'll see the best method to go about it. Sounds reasonable to me. Eventually, we made it to Reginald's apartment building. Most of the apartment buildings within the city are kind of cramped. Reginald's was not much different. Despite this, it didn't look half bad. The outside seemed pretty clean, and there was a parking lot right next to the building. It was convenient that he did not have to park on the street. Pulling up to it, it was also a lot bigger than I had anticipated. Wow, this place is huge. Oh please, it only looks big from the outside. It only looks nice from the outside, too. Still, this seems like a nice enough place to live. It works, I suppose. Though, I think one day I'd like to have a house. I like my privacy and alone time. Really? But you're so open and friendly. You think so? I don't quite see things that way. We stepped inside Reginald's apartment, and already I could see what he meant when he said it looked nicer from the outside. It wasn't terribly dirty, but it definitely looked like there was some dust about. On top of that, it was incredibly plain. Dull of anything except doors, and an elevator, and a stairwell. Not even a decorative plant. To top it all off, there was a faint smell in the air that was just not good. I don't quite know how to describe it, but it was definitely unpleasant. I'm on the top floor. Our elevator is broken, however, so I hope you don't mind taking the stairs. That's fine. I don't mind one bit. As we walked up the stairway, I texted Twyla to let her know I arrived, as well as his address, just in case she needed that information later. Reginald's apartment was on the 5th floor. It was a long walk up the stairs, and once you were at the top, it felt incredibly high up. I was looking out the windows in the narrow hallway as he fumbled with his keys to unlock the apartment door. It only occurred to me after the fact that I probably should have offered to hold his bags for him, but I was distracted. He got the door open, though, and then welcomed me inside. Well, here we are. I hope you'll forgive how messy things are right now. Messy? Reginald had nothing out except for his furniture. None of it seemed overly dusty or anything. Well, I suppose I should... Just then, Reginald got a phone call. Ah! Terribly sorry, but I believe I have to take this. I'll be just a moment, but please, do make yourself at home. Reginald excused himself into what seemed to be his bedroom. I took a quick glance at my surroundings to get a feel of things, and where I should look for evidence, I guess. Reginald's apartment felt a bit smaller than what I had expected. He seemed very minimalist. I don't know how much he was allowed to change about his apartment, but even still, I don't know how much evidence I could find when it seemed like he hardly owned anything to begin with. I took out my phone to text Twyla. I hoped she would respond quickly before Reginald came back. I'm in his apartment now, but I'm not quite sure what to do. He left to take a phone call. I know I should look for evidence, but I don't know where to look. I'll fucking look somewhere and try at least, instead of texting me. Even something small could be important. Okay then. I mean, she is right. I've got to look somewhere. Let's text Twyla over and over again until she goes insane. We better save, actually. Just in case something weird happens, let's go investigate the bathroom. Because we can go to the bathroom. He told us to make ourselves at home. I opened the door to Reginald's bathroom. It was pretty tiny, cramped even for a one-bedroom apartment. I looked in some of the drawers. There was nothing that really struck me as being suspicious here. I left the bathroom. Let's investigate the kitchen cabinets. This is a little riskier. This is a little bit more nosy. I walked into the kitchen area and quietly started opening some of the cabinets. I couldn't find much in here. The only thing that could have potentially struck me as suspicious is the bottle of drain cleaner. Oh, you know what? I could be looking for potential foods that the mouse might like. But it was kept right under the sink. That's not weird. Let's investigate the drawers. I opened the drawer of the end table that was sitting behind the couch. There's nothing really in here except some keys and spare change. I closed the drawer. And the hallway? I peered out into the hallway using the peephole in the door. I don't know what I was looking for exactly. Faintly, I could hear the murmuring of people on the other side. It sounded like his neighbor was talking to someone out in the hall. Investigate the bedroom. I quietly snuck over to Reginald's bedroom door where he was talking on the phone. I felt bad listening in on to his conversation, but I couldn't really hear what he was saying. But he sounded frustrated. Not angry. Just frustrated. I stepped away from the door. Let's text Twyla. I was having difficulty seeing anything suspicious. I was about to text Twyla and ask if she had any ideas what I could do, but before I was able to text her, I was hit again with an unusual and an unpleasant smell. It was stronger this time. It was definitely something in this apartment. I followed the scent to a door at the end of the hallway in the apartment. It led me to a room with an oddly placed wardrobe in it. The smell was coming from this. Twyla, there's a weird smell in the apartments. I think it's from a wardrobe in here. Is it locked? I don't know. I haven't tried to open it yet. Do I dare open it? What if there really is something in there? What if there's a body in there? What would I do? Would I just pretend I didn't see it? Would I run out? Would he know? Mary, are you okay? Have you opened it yet? No. Well, what are you waiting for? You don't want to get caught by him. Twyla was right. I didn't want to get caught, and knowing what was in there was important, even if it wasn't something pretty. I reached a hand forward, but the wardrobe shook. The wardrobe just shook, really. You better open it then. Again, she was right. I don't have a lot of time, and if it moved like this, something or someone had to be in there. I had to know, or else I'm just letting another person... Really open the door, Mary. Do it. I reached my hands towards the handle. It wasn't locked. And inside was It was a nest of rats. Just like Reginald said he'd been having a problem with. It looked as though the mama had become a mama not too long ago. I guess that explains the smell and the shaking. I felt bad having doubted him now. Oh God. It seemed as if I woke up the rats. The mom looked like it was going to attack me, but Reginald was here, and he held the door shut just in time. Reginald, I'm so sorry. I can't explain. I was looking for... No, it's quite all right. You went looking for the rat by yourself, right? But it was irresponsible of me to let you do that on your own. If that rat's infected with something and bit you, then... Oh, I would just feel so awful. Hey, it's okay. I'm fine, see? I shouldn't have been looking through your stuff like that. That was really awful of me. I'm sorry. No, don't apologize. I'm the one who's sorry, letting you come over when my apartment is in such a state. I'm sorry, but it's probably better if you leave now. That's understandable. I'm very sorry. I apologized to Reginald a few more times before I left for good, but he assured me each time that he was the sorry one. He looked really embarrassed. I felt so bad. He asked if I wanted to ride home, but I told him that it was okay. I'd just take the bus. He was also kind enough to reassure me that he would look for a rat specialist or something to pick them up, rather than use the poison, because he knew how much it bothered me. He was sweet. As I hopped on the bus home, I checked my phone. Mary, are you okay? Did you find anything? Sorry I didn't respond earlier. I opened the wardrobe, but there were just some rats in there after all. Damn it, that doesn't help our case at all. Actually, there was something a bit unusual I spotted while I was there. What was it? You said that you bought rope earlier, right? Yeah, why? Well, when I opened the closet, I noticed that there was some already in there. Is that so? What do you think he needs it for? Twyla? Hey. Are you there? It's late. I wasn't sure you were still going to message tonight. I just had a busy day. Understandable. As did I. For some reason, I have a feeling our days were busy in different ways. That's probably true. You must be tired then, after such a busy day. I guess so. Well, I won't keep you up longer than I have to. As long as you're safe, that's all that matters. Hoping to see you soon. Good night, Mary. It's been a few days, but unfortunately we have to end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching, and please look forward to the next episode of my Cemetery Mary playthrough. This one's not going to end on a cliffhanger this time. Although, I did consider it. I did consider ending as soon as we opened the wardrobe. Alright, thank you for watching again. See you next time. Bye for now.